Ross, a day to forget here in Needham Market. It's finished Needham Market 4, Oxford City 0. Where do you start with that one?
Extremely bad day. No excuses. The players need to stand up and be counted, and today they didn't. It was a bad pitch. We knew that. They played it really well. They were alive to first and seconds. We wasn't. We didn't look like we wanted to roll our sleeves up and get stuck in. Few individuals I thought kept on going to the end, and credit to those ones. But I probably feel for the fans the most actually. They've travelled a very far distance to come and watch that performance, and it was a bit of a disgrace, I must say. And that's the first time I've sort of said that. Not being particularly pleased with a couple of performances, but that one tops it off for me because it wasn't a footballing game. It's about heart and passion. They had bundles of it. We lacked in it. We have too many voices in the dressing room, but when on the pitch it's quiet, so we had to address that. And I think we just stand up and be counted today, and we didn't do that. So apologies to the fans. The boys know that. Their standards need to be better. So we need to shake things up, really.
Yeah, disappointing for them. Let's just go on to that quickly, because the fans, they spend hundreds, thousands of pounds following us around the country, and they've done it tonight in a big game. This afternoon, in a big game, and it's important that they get a mention as well, because we just weren't there today, were we? No,
I mean it's one of those games where we knew it was going to be gritty, we knew it was going to be a battle, we knew it was going to be a bobbly pitch. The boys were fully aware of that. The boys knew to bring their studs, all the basics, just to turn up and compete, and we didn't do that. So a bit of laziness and sloppiness has been creeping in. So we have to address that, and it's really frustrating because there's a few good performances in there. I thought Freddie was really good. I thought Ashby was really good. I thought Alfie stuck with it to the end. It was difficult. We weren't at it from minute one really. So we were missing a few key players as well. So we have to factor that in. But that's why we have a team. And if the team isn't good enough when 4 players are missing, then we need to change it. So big losses. Obviously, some key individuals we weren't able to play today. But that's why we have a team, and the boys who stepped in, it just wasn't good enough today.
I want to pick up on that. It's not an excuse, but it doesn't help you. How difficult is it when you've got your captain that's ill? Lewis Coyle was suspended today. The injury list keeps growing. I mean, how's Corey Andrews? It looks like he's gone into his first sprint of the game and pulled up. I mean, ending the game with a centre half up front is kind of an indictment of how the squad is looking on the injury front at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Fleety's a sickness, so it's not an injury. That'd be fine. He'll be back. Obviously, Coyley's suspended. Josh Parker, a little niggle to his ankle that we have to manage, and Corey pulls up with a bit of a hammy issue. So not too sure how serious that is, but 4 real key players for Oxford City. So I think that's really important. We look at that. We when things are going well, it's all jolly. When boys have to miss out and boys step in, we have to look at it. But the goals are extremely poor. The first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So we haven't tested their goalie. We made it sort of an objective to try and put crosses in and shoot. I didn't think we did either of that. So we have to look at it. Boys have to stand up and be counted, but just from sort of my point of view, it is unacceptable for a fan to travel that distance and get shown that sort of performance. So apologies on that front.
First half, 2-0 down at half time. I imagine that just what you were saying was we want a reaction. And it just didn't really happen, did it?
No, it didn't. It's quite noisy in at half time. Everyone's got an opinion, but first half, no one has an opinion on the pitch to put things right and manage games and sense danger, smell danger. So we're talking about basics here. It weren't a footballing game today. It wasn't a tactical one. It wasn't dropping off, recycling the ball. It wasn't finding pockets. It wasn't individual movements or patterns of play. It wasn't that at all. It was do your job, head the ball, kick the ball. Real gritty National League stuff today. And I thought that we had more than enough to compete, and today we didn't. Needham rolled their sleeves up. They ran all over us in terms of the physicality. They were first and seconds, they were winning it. The 5 won every header. And we've got some decent-sized players as well, but it ain't acceptable that they win everything. So, not one that we're going to take lightly. Not one we're going to let the players off lightly. So we have to fix up quickly.
We'll do that. And now the mantra has to be this game is done. We've got to move on. You spoke about sticking together a couple of games ago or in the last game. It is more important than ever to do that, because we can't linger on this. We've got to learn from it and go forward. What will we take from this game, and how do we kind of get out of this little rut that we're in? We've got Tuesday game against Kings Lynn away, no training session between now and then, It's another opportunity though to put the wrongs of today right on Tuesday, isn't it?
100%. It's one of those Saturday, Tuesdays are brilliant. When you want a reaction, it's there for them. Now they've got to go and take it. They've got to show the reaction. Now I think we need some faces around us. I think we need to tweak things. We've given everyone plenty of time, and we've had some really good performances, I must say. But the last two performances have not been good enough. So what we don't want to do is panic, but at the same time we need to address things, because it's today was for me probably the worst performance I've seen. And I gave the boys a lot of credit, massive credit in the past of some of the games and distances we've travelled and some of the performances we put in on the road. Today we've done another bit of distance, but today wasn't good enough. So we have to correct that. We have to be better. We have to make sure we give the fans something to cheer about, because they're the ones who come support us. And make sure it hurts, and not just say it hurts. It needs to hurt deep down. And today, I think it hurts a few people, but I hope the whole team are hurting.
Yeah, and I've not really seen you, on a personal level, interviewing you for the last whatever seasons. I've never really seen you like this. You're speaking, very passionately. But that's the kind of situation we're in now. Like, how do you kind of put that right? I mean, we've got the injuries against us, but when you say like the players have got to stand up and be counted, what do you mean by that? What have the players got to do? Because from what you're saying there are shirts up for grabs in the changing room, aren't they?
There's always shirts for grabs. I think if you think your shirt is safe, it's a big problem. Now we've addressed things in different manners in the past, and this season, a new group of players integrating with a local group of players. It does take time. I thought we got into a good place at one point, but we've become very lazy. Today was laziness. It wasn't about ability. It was about laziness and doing the basics. So I think we can address those things quite quickly. We have to think about things as a management team and staff about going forward. So it's really important that we, yes, we've just been defeated. There's some really good individual performance in there. Boys who rolled their sleeves up and went through 90 minutes. That was really important to mention. But we need to make sure it hurts everyone. And today it definitely hurts the staff, myself included. It hurts a few players, and we just hope that Tuesday there is a reaction, because there needs to be.
Ross, thanks very much for your honesty and your time. Thank you very much.
Cheers.